Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we will be discussing World War II. And it's not no new gun because I am too cheap to even buy the new guns. Just kidding, as you can see on my armory credits, I don't even have half enough. But today we're going to be talking about, since Black Ops 4 is almost here, you gotta realize something. Everyone's doing these reviews, and personally, I felt like I had to do a review on this game. This is probably one of my most played Call of Duty games, ever. Now you're probably wondering, well, how can you choose this game over Modern Warfare and Black Ops 2? Well, I have an excuse for that. That excuse is, at the time that those games came out, I never had internet yet. I didn't have internet, so I physically could not play the multiplayer unless my friends came. But other than that, you get what I'm trying to say. I mean, online. I have played, like, zombies and stuff. But you get what I mean, alright? This game, I like this game, alright? It's a pretty good game. But I also think there's problems. Like, I'm going to do a whole review on the maps, the promos. And if you don't know what the promos are, I'm using the term promos for, like, the collections. Like, these things. I call them the promos. Load, yeah, like Winter Siege, Resistance, whatever that was, Undead, Liberty Strike, Days of Summer, and then the forgotten St. Patrick's Day. But we're gonna be doing a whole review, and what we're gonna start off with is the promos. Now, here's the thing, okay? The promos were a very good idea. I like the promos. I like them a lot more than Modern Warfare Remasters. Let me get to a game. But, Modern Warfare Remasters has some good ones, kind of. The summer event was okay. The winter event was also okay in Modern Warfare. But I think these ones kind of hit it on the nail. Except for Winter Siege and the St. Patrick's Day. Because Winter Siege was a good idea, alright? And this is going to be, like, on the bottom list. Winter Siege and, the St. Patrick's Day thing are both on, like, the same number. We're gonna kind of make numbers, but they weren't really that exciting. Winter Siege had had the worst variants for guns in the game, but had probably one of the best guns in there to Sten. And you're probably gonna argue that Sten's trash. Just, it matters on the player. But they also brought the Gavir and the GPMG, which honestly, GPMG is probably one of my favorite LMGs still. But other than that, the St. Patrick's Day promo, I actually enjoyed a lot. It's one of my favorites, but personally, I just have to put it on the bottom. And statistically. And when I mean statistically, I mean it just wasn't that flashy at all. The skins were really oof. The only good gun on there was the M38. The M81 was just complete trash. I did not like it one bit at all. Even though I never got the gun, you get what I'm trying to comprehend on that. But, the worst thing about those promos were definitely that the skins were terrible. And that's kind of like how most of the promos, I like the skins. Next one I'd have to put after that would probably have to be Blitzkrieg. For a couple of reasons. One, it was a very out of nowhere like promo. If you feel my flow, no one really knew it was coming, and it was really bland. Like, a lot of the variants were kind of bland. Like, also, a lot of the guns on there don't even get used today. For example, the Sterling, I don't really see anyone use the Sterling, and the Itcher Burst, I don't really see that much people use it. I don't know why. It's such a good gun, but like people just don't use it. But the guns are good. I just don't get why people just don't use them. I think it's mainly because of the fact that people have realized that those guns can be beaten by multiple other guns from other promos. For example, the next one on the list, Resistance. Okay, you're probably thinking I'm high for this. But there's a couple reasons why I didn't like the Resistance division. And there's a reason why I did like it. One reason why I didn't like it was the Volk. One reason why I did like it was because of the Volk. Now, that gun really changed the game. I didn't like how it changed the game as well. It was too overpowered at the start. Also, all the other guns didn't compare, which I found funny. Like the pistols, why did they add 2 pistols? But they're good pistols. I couldn't really, like, be mad at the fact that the Enfield is there. Like, I like the Enfield. I have it on PlayStation. But that's really it. Next promo has to be maybe...
Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover.
Damn, I had this all thought out. I remembered which one it was too. Now I forget. Probably be... Okay, I'm retarded. What was it? I remember. But I don't. It's weird. I can't really... I want to try and remember it, but I can't. Alright, you know what? Next one, the Undead. I like the Undead one, alright? I really do like that Undead one, but I feel like its weapons were very... How can you say... one-sided. There was only one actual good gun, and it was the Naboo Type 2. But everything else about it had some really cool aspects. I like how it changed the, everything. It just made it look good, to be honest with you. Like, everything just looked good. Nothing looked bad. I like the uniforms that you got. The uniforms are actually pretty sick. Alright, next one. You know what? Fuck the list. Liberty Strike. I couldn't stand Liberty Strike. That's the blandest thing I've ever seen. We'll just move on to that. Days of Summer. Honestly, it just came out like a few weeks ago. And personally, I thought it was I think it's pretty cool. I like the skins. I think this is one of the best camo seasons we've had. And what I mean by that is, like, we've gotten really good camos. Like, gun camos, to be more specific with you. That's really it. Now, let's talk about the maps. Okay. We're not really going to cover DLC maps, because here's the thing. DLC maps don't really get covered. Well, not get covered, but, like, people sometimes don't even buy them, so it's like, what's the point? But if I did have to do it, V2 Egypt, the only 2 good ones. Everything else is trash. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's a lot better ones. It's just I really don't want to remember all that from the top of my head. If I have to go from these base maps, and we're gonna include the free ones too, like Sandbox and other things like that. We're gonna start with Sandbox. What is Call of Duty doing? They're gonna give Xbox players Sandbox, right? This coming Friday. But PlayStation players always get this stuff early, which I kind of did not like, because Sandbox is such a cool map. I really do like that map. Only map that's like the only free map that I like and will enjoy for a long time. I like the fact that you're a toy soldier. I like the whole micro aspect. Micro off of BO3 was so good. That was like one of my favorite DLC maps. This Sandbox makes me feel good about it. Next map, we have to go down to Keratin. Now, yes, you're probably wondering, well, why Keratin? You had to pay for it. Well, I'm talking about Winter Keratin, and it's basically the same thing. Winter Keratin, or Keratin, whatever you want to call it, I cannot stand at all. It is such a one-sided map. I've never seen a one-sided map. The spawn with the bridge is the best spawn in the game. And the other spawn, you get spawn trapped so easily. The house right in front of you fucks you more than the other spawn does. And you think the other spawn has a big, wide path to everyone spawning? No, it gets completely stopped by the sides. You can't have one big, like, thing, and then have, like, these sides kind of, like, bailing you out on it. Like, it's kind of annoying, but Keratin, I can't really stand. I like Nuketown more than it, and I didn't really like Nuketown in BO3. And that's telling you something. So game, maybe rework Keratin. Next map, I would have to say would have to be London Docks. London Docks, I like London Docks. London Docks, one of the best maps, base maps. Let's kind of say that, base maps in the game. I like how the map is. It's just 3 lanes. Just like Keratin. Sandbox, I can't even tell you how many lanes that is. No. But London Docks, I think, has the best dominations spots on there. It's really fun. I like playing it. One of my personal favorites. Nothing wrong with it. You can usually use any weapon on it. It's not like Gustav when it's just snipers and LMGs. But, you know, it's a good map. I liked it. It was really fun. Simple as that. Now let's go to Aiken. Now I have my little opinions on Aiken. Alright? Everyone knows the side window in the one room got blocked off. And, like, that's, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's kind of funny. Because, let's be honest here, that would help a lot against people who head glitch on LMGs. Now, that would work so much because you could throw it in the window, bang, they're dead. That would work out so perfectly, but they got rid of it. The game, what are you doing? Why? Why? That was such a dumb idea. But overall, I don't get why people don't like Aiken. It's a 3-lane map. It's not bad at all. Like, it really isn't. I like the side where it's the broken down building. It's like the one big building and it goes into a library. I think people know what I'm talking about. Personally, it's a good map. Like, that's really it. That's all you got to say. Next map, you got Gustav Cannon. Now, I don't know who thought of this. I feel like they just sat down one day and said, how can we make a quick map because we know the game's coming out in a day? Ooh, I don't know. Let's just make something that's really annoying, and let's make something that only snipers and LMG users can just have fun on. Yeah, I can't stand Gustav. I do not play Gustav Cannon, at all, unless it's domination. That's the only time I'll stand it, because then I get to use my LMG. Just kidding. But, it's such a annoying map, because I hate when you get these lobbies with the snipers. And the snipers are just the god quick scopers. You know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, you got that one Gustav lobby. The one time. You know, you've got him one time with the quick scopers. It is the pain in the ass. I hate it. I wish they could change it. But I highly doubt they could change how that map works. So, no. Okay. I can't. This game. Next one, Point du Hoc. Point du Hoc was a good concept. I like them. Personally, I like the map. But from everyone else's standpoint, it's more annoying than it is fun. And the reason why I say that is because of the shotguns in this game. Recently, like, after, I forget what patch, but there was a patch where, like, I don't know why, everyone just figured out shotguns are really overpowered in this game. So, let's just start using them, which I don't understand why I wouldn't use them. Like, goddamn, they're annoying. It just ruins the map, because you just can't do nothing. So that's, especially with incendiary shells, and people don't even try anymore, so it's like, okay, you're not even trying to aim down sights, so what's the point? Damn it. But, let me leave this. Awesome. So, I can't really stress enough that the next map might have a few different opinions. Personally, I like Forest. Forest is a good map. People could be like, well, Forest is bad because there's only one way to each side, down the middle. Well, let's be honest here. Forest Spy is also another map that has a good domination spots. It's 3 lanes. And really, all I'm going to say is that there's nothing wrong with Forest. It is made really good. The only thing I can say is wrong is when you have the noobs, everyone knows not to go on the MG turns. Like, everyone has the common sense not to, but then when you get the noobs that are just like, what does this thing do? And then once they get one kill with it and realize it's a 2-shotter, they're like, oh my my god. Like, they're just like, let's use this every game. And they just sit on the MG turret. And what's even worse is when a sniper stands behind them and goes, I'm gonna protect you. Like, damn it. Like, it's so annoying because so head glitch and pre-aim where both entrances are. So it's like, okay. Next map. We have... Wait. What the hell is the next map? Sorry. Oh, Saint Dumas. How did I forget about this? And fuck me, dude. How did I know? How did I not remember this one? We'll go to right now. We'll do Saint Dumas. Saint Dumas, personally, is more annoying than anything. I hate the map. You're probably wondering, well, how the hell do you like Forest and not Saint Dumas? Now, I'll tell you this right now. That's because I cannot stand the middle house and how annoying the camping is. I can't do it. I just can't. Shotgunners with trip mine. So double trip mine you. It's over. You lose the game. Simple as that. We'll just get off that. Flank Tower. All I gotta say, best standard map in the game, Flank Tower. Alright, next map. USS Texas. This is also another map where they probably just thought of it and they went for a skyjack thing. And I said skyjack because that's like the first hijack map that came to mind. But like it looked like they were trying to do a skyjack because like when you look at it, right? It just you start off in the spawn and you got the two sides and then you got the inside ships and it's like the insides of the ship and I'm like, okay, good concept, but what ruins it is the sniper towers. Why? Like, the two sniper spots on the one lane is just utterly annoying, especially when they're just sitting there crouch head glitching. It's amazing. The other side is even worse because everyone likes to sit in the back of their spawn and just snipe even more. And then, what's even worse about that is when it's an LMG user. Oh, fucking god. I have never seen anything more annoying than USS Texas. But and last and not least, we got Gibraltar. Gibraltar is probably one of my favorites. It's always been one of my favorites since beta. Beta had this map, and honestly, they changed nothing about it, which I like. And I like the map from day one. Good map. Now, let's talk about... Oh, are you serious? Right when I talk shit about Gustav. Let's talk about the weapons, shall we? And we're going to talk about how this game dealt with them. The beginning of the game. The first 2 months, okay? Bar and STG. I didn't like how the game started off with the two overpowered weapons, especially when the STG was able to be unlocked at level 15, which I felt like should have been a lot higher. Also, the bar should have been a prestige unlock. I'm sorry. It really should have. Why is the SVT a prestige unlock? It's not even used that much. Like, I've used it a couple of times. I'm okay with it, but like no one uses it because it gets destroyed by weapons like the MP40 and the bar. Now, I'm sorry to say this game, but let's be honest here. After that, then Winter Siege came out. Winter Siege comes out, everybody's kind of using the stand, everyone's trying to figure out if these DLC weapons are worth it. Then Resistance Division comes out. And you know, all the YouTubers, they all sat there and they were like, you know, we need to get all these weapons. We saved up all our armory, deep credits and everything. And then they get the Volk. One time they used the Volk. One video it took. Everyone realized best gun in the game. And I realized something. It is the best gun in the game. They said they nerfed it. I don't even think it was that nerfed that much. I could still destroy with it. I didn't like that, how they're on this continuous streak of one overpowered weapon at a time. Because if you think about it, Resistance had like what? The Volk, I think they had an SMG. The Orso. Okay, you can't pull out the Orso and say, well, it can match up against the Volk. I'm sorry, I'll tell you this right now. Even close range, the Volk was deadly. Like, this thing was just annoying. And I mean annoying. Okay, and then after that, we got our little St. Patrick's Day event. M38, once again, the one overpowered weapon. It actually, let me be straight up with you, it wasn't even that overpowered. This is a good gun. I like that gun. One of my favorites, I use it all the time. And then I come to realize something after that Blitzkrieg. What was that, the Intro Burst? Which wasn't that overpowered either. I don't get why after that they just start up the streak again of overpowered guns. Because right after that, Undead Weapon, Naboo Type 2. It was like the SMG version of the Volk. What a great idea. That's sarcasm, by the way. I had that gun too, and I like it. I can't really talk, but that's just personally, it just gets annoying when you didn't have the gun and you just couldn't like do nothing about it. And then after that came Liberty Strike, AVS. Why? And then you got Days of Summer, which pulls out the automation, which I think is probably one of the most annoying guns in the game now. Because now I just get two-tapped by it. Like, I've never been two-tapped by a gun like that. It's just the DLC weapons are so annoying. And then the standard weapons, only weapons people use now are the PPSH, the bar, any LMG except for the Stinger and Bren. Everyone almost uses. They used to use a lot of snipers, but they got nerfed to hell. It's like this game has just made its molded figure of what guns people want to use. Not want to use, but they need to use to win games. Like people still use the MP40 as I'm using now. Like, as you can see, it still shreds. I don't understand why there's only a few select weapons most of the time that can be used pretty well. Which I don't like, personally. I don't like the fact how many overpowered weapons there is. And then you get like guns like the Orso that fail against the PPSH sometimes. I'm like, the Orso could be such a good opportunity, but they just can't seem to figure out. Same thing with the Sterling. Why did you make the Sterling? Okay, I'm sorry to tell the game this, but the Sterling, waste. Okay, sorry, it's a waste. Half the snipers, the Lisi. A silenced sniper. That was very creative right there. Let's just put a silencer on a sniper. What was the point of that? I don't get the whole. I don't understand the idea of a silenced sniper when there didn't need to be one. Because it's no one uses it, so it's like, why even put it in the game if no one uses it? Oh, fuck me. But the weapons, it's like everyone has to use the same weapon over and over and over again. And it's like, it gets boring. It really does. Also, let's talk about the score streaks. Now, the score streaks are pretty balanced. I actually give the score streaks out. They actually did a good job with score streaks. Can't say they didn't. They did a good job. I like the score streaks. That's all I really gotta say. The only ones I do have a problem with is the carpet bombing, because that it just screws you over on enemy side and your side. Because if your teammate has carpet bombing and you're trying to kill these guys and your screen starts shaking like a motherfucker, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Oh yeah, just sit there and wait to die. That's the best scenario you got right there. You just know you're about to get a 3-piece. You have them lined up. Screen starts shaking. Fuck your sniper shot. Rip. Okay, rip in the spam. Rip in the chat. That's it. Carpet bombing. I hate it. Can't stand it. Okay, next part. I have to mention customization. Now, customization. I like the customization. I don't like it as much as I like BO3s. BO3s had really good customization, and that's my personal opinion. But this customization is not bad. The skin I always run the same skins. I like the ones that are like black and gold. Those are actually really nice skins. I wish they're like a dark black and gold. Maybe that could look good. I understand it has to look realistic, so that's why they made it like a gray, like a dark gray. But to be honest with you, a lot of the skins and stuff are nice. Even the helmets, like the fedora, I still haven't gotten that, and it makes me cry at night. Like all the other customizable items, like the emblems and calling cards, those are just okay. The emotes and charms. What pisses me off about those, there's heroic ones. All those emotes on my thing are all heroics. That's how many heroic weapons I missed out of. I could have gotten the Thrive 2, or the Snake 2. But you know what I get instead? Do you know what I get instead? I get weapon charms and stuff like that. You know, it's really depressing. Also, I don't like the heroic customizable things. I can understand a few of them, but not like almost every single thing has a heroic. Because, like, I can understand if it went legendary epic, not epic heroic. If you get what I mean. Like, I just don't like that. It's just so annoying. It just really is. Also, I'm going to talk about this very briefly. Alright? People say this game's bad. But I'll tell you this right now. It's not a bad game. And I'll tell you why. The supply drop system doesn't get used that much. And you're probably like, well, that's a bad thing. They're losing money. No. Think about it this way. In our standpoint, I almost have every SMG in the game. I'm one rifle off on both accounts. So if I count both my accounts, I am one rifle off. And I'll have basically have almost every weapon in the game. And I almost have one SMG off. It's very easy to get the weapons in this game, which I like. They made it very easy to get the weapons. And I'm sitting here like, I like that. You know, BO3, they put in so many weapons in there. It is physically impossible to get all of them in 2 months. In this game, I can get almost every weapon in like a week. That's pretty good. And that's like really good. Cause like, think about it. It's like, you know you did a good job when you can get the weapons quickly, and you know you can have fun. It's not like BO3. You're getting scammed most of the time because they added so much customization, so much everything, that you're not going to get most of your guns that you want. And it's like, that's good. But what kind of fucks BO3 over with the supply drops, they added guns from older games that people are definitely going to want. It's like baiting out the kids that played Black Ops 2. Like, I don't like that. That kind of pissed me off. I was excited for the guns, but the fact that the supply drop system is so bad on BO3, I get more duplicates than I do new stuff. On here, I barely get that many duplicates, which is, like, good. I like the supply drop system on here. It's not bad. Commons actually give you some good stuff. Rares actually also give you some good stuff. Like, if Black Ops 4, if you're listening, please make your supply drop system the same as World War II. And maybe you'll have like a good understanding of like how to make a good game. Like, and you're probably wondering, well, this game is very bland. I understand that, but you have to also understand it's a World War II game. There's not that much you can do with creativity. Well, you can, but customization, it needs to be based off World War II. The game's called Call of Duty World War II, for God's sake. Like, no, and everyone puts these high expectations, and people are so greedy for this game that I kind of don't like how they are, because it's a favoritive thing, and I really think it is, because when you look at BO3 and they're like, oh, Master Prestige rewards, they're complaining now about Master Prestige on World War II. They never complained this much. Never complained this much for BO3. Never did. No, they never did. And once we got Master Prestige rewards, they're sitting here, oh, it just sucks. It just sucks, you know, it's just a camo and a skin. Listen here, cunts. It's a camo and a skin that only you will have. That makes you a Master Prestige. That was the whole point of a Master Prestige reward. Some of the people's ideas on Master Prestige rewards, what they want is very simple. They either want a lot of supply drops, or they want a lot of like depot credits, or some. Fuck you, dude. Like it's a greedy thing. I hate it. I don't like how they're doing that. Like, why are you complaining? And then once you get it, you're just complaining even more. Like that makes no sense whatsoever. They could have just not put in Master Prestige rewards. Simple as that. Like, goddamn, people, like half the people on here just love to complain, right? Just like me. But I complain like in a whole different way. But let's talk. The last thing I'm going to talk about right here. Last two things is gameplay and divisions. Divisions were very fun. I like the divisions, except for a few. The only few I did not like were cavalry and and the shotgun one, where it had like the shotgun division. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. It's an expeditory. I think that's how you say it. I don't really know, but those two divisions I just could not stand. The riot shield, like, I kind of hate how the riot shield can stop a glide bomb. I've never understood that. It's a big fucking bomb. The fact of shield can just stop a blast, you got it. And expeditionary, nobody really uses. So let's be honest here. Resistance, I thought it was good. It just kind of fucks you when you're trying to not get caught, and you're also trying to see where they are, so you have your tracker on, but at the same time you just can't really have your tracker on, and it's like, it's either you pick and choose. It really, the purpose of the division got really its purpose got defeated when they just said you can have attack knife on anything. Like, it probably would have, I would probably be using it more if it was just attack knife and it wasn't just an attachment for everything. Also, infantry, I like that. Airborne as well. Two I mostly use. Armored was a good idea as well. Kind of helps LNG users a bit, but it was still a good idea. Other than that, that's just it for the divisions. There really wasn't that much to say. But we're gonna get down to gameplay. Gameplay, I thought it was actually really smooth. Hit detections were very well done. I like that about the game. It didn't really fuck me over, at all. I like the recoil for most of the guns. I like most of the attachments. I like the customization. Everything looks nice. As you look at everyone, you just look like, this looks like a dope game. Even though mostly everyone's using undead, because that's like, they have the best customization in the game. I like a lot of the things, like game modes, dogfight. Dogfight was actually a really good game mode. Like ground war. Really annoying. War, didn't really like that. Only reason why I used to play it was because, like, back when you guys know when I first started doing World War II, it was just, how can you say, just me using melee weapons and snipers. Only reason why I did that. But, other game modes aren't even that bad. Like, as you look, domination's fine, kill confirmed, gridiron, free-for-all, hardpoint, they're all good. Like, I like them. And then the party game modes, like infected, like, these were all good. Except for HQ, I didn't really like HQ. It was annoying more than it was fun. Leprechaun Hunt was also kind of good. Also, I forgot a map, Shipment. But that's going to stay out because, you know what? They didn't really make a Shipment. Shipment's really not even a map that people could say was amazing. Because, let's be honest here, they just put Shipment and just kind of made it look old. It was kind of bland, only thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. It wasn't really the best review, but it was kind of my outtake on how everything I liked and everything that I thought was good about the game. Everything that was bad. Like, everything was bad. Example, the shotguns need to be nerfed, please. Sledgehammer, need to be that. Thanks. But, yeah, hopefully BO4 doesn't have these problems. I'm gonna be playing the beta tomorrow. Like when I mean tomorrow, that's the Friday, and I'm gonna try and get gameplay out and try and make a video real quick. I'm gonna try and play like maybe 3 matches of BO4, kind of play it out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do a live commentary, so you know you're gonna kind of see me kind of be confused a bit. Also, if I can remember, I might do a double upload because as you can see on my orders, you see a Solstice weapon bribe. I think that might give me a new weapon. I don't know. Probably won't. Will actually give me a variant to a gun, but that's gonna kind of piss me off. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and like if you ever want more, and I'll see y'all in